Hello! How are people doing? Let me know if the music's too loud or too quiet or anything. But hello, welcome. I also have my microphone's in a slightly different location this time. So, we'll see. How are folks doing? I'm sucking on a bit of a cough drop at the moment. I'm getting over a little bit of a cold. But I think we should be good. We should be good. I'm gonna get some things inked today. I've got a few sets of dice, actually. I'm thinking at least 3 of these I'll put up in the shop at the beginning of June. Hi, Luna. Yeah, so 3 of these I plan to have in the shop at the beginning of June. The other 2 maybe in July. I might spread them out a little bit. What are you doing? Why are there so many cats over here? Luna, you're making everything wobble. Yes, keep going, please. Luna! She walks everywhere with her tail straight up in the air and it catches on my lamp and my microphone. Go lay down over there, baby. Go lay down. Alright, let's see. So, let's just take a look at what we're inking. I've got Luna. You gotta pick a side. You gotta pick a side. Go lay down. You gotta lay down on that side or that side. I finally got around to polishing up a few sets of dice. No. If you're you can go to that side, but you're not coming back over. So I finally got around to inking some of these sets of dice. I wish I tried to get a light set up over here. I wonder if it would work now. I worry that I burnt it out or something because it like was working and then it just shut off. Is this one of those happy lamps? Maybe. Is it the only light that I have? That doesn't cause weird like frame stuff with my cameras. Let me plug this in. Let me see if this works. Is it gonna turn on? Oh, there we go. Hey, there we go. Might be a little bit easier to show you guys stuff now. All right. There's a little bit more light over here now. So I've got these ones. I finally went and polished these up. These are the ones. They were left over from a commission that I did. I have a video on my channel a while back of Dark Side of the Moon dice. Finally went and polished up these ones that are very similar. Oh, if it'll focus. It never does like to focus. There we go. So very, very rainbowy on black. I have like 3 different rainbow sets this go around, so I was figuring I'd do the 3 rainbow sets as a as like one thing all in June. There we go. And then maybe the other ones I think in July. Like I've got the watermelon set that I finally went and polished as well. I've had these for a long time. They've just been sitting around and I just never got around to polishing them. I finally went and sanded and polished them. I'm still quite proud of this set. I really like how they look if you could see them. I'm doing good. I've got a cough drop and I'm set to go. Let's see if will it focus. There we go. So this watermelon set from a while ago. Still quite proud of this set. Made these a long while ago, but finally got around to polishing them. Hello. I'm just figuring that they feel more, the watermelon ones maybe feel more July than they do June. I mean, it's getting hot here already, but I figured that'd be good for July. So I'm thinking I'll get some of these ready for June, and some ready for July. I have a few other, like, single D20s that are already inked up, too. So I'll split those up between the two as well. I also finally got around to polishing this set, which I've been wanting to do. The, like, heat map. Oh, yeah, I do, too. The, like, heat map kind of set. That's kind of the vibe I was going for with these, was one of those, like, I think it's just called a heat map. I was gonna try and think of another word for it, but I think that's just what they're called. These ones are kind of, like, dark and weird. I don't know why I decided to polish these ones up, but I figure someone will like them. We'll have to figure out, I don't know what color I'm gonna do the numbers on these. They do have glow-in-the-dark glitter in them, which is kind of fun. Some of that glitter in there is glow-in-the-dark. So those will be kind of fun. But yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna ink these ones. And then I have this set which I made recently for the resin colorants video, because these were all made with the same three pigment pastes that I just mixed. I mixed the three colors that I got and got all of these colors. That yellow is like so bright that it just looks like it's glowing. It is very bright in real life too, I'll be honest. It really does not like to focus. What I want to do. There we go. I don't know the Infinity Stones. Yeah, perfect. I should just call them that. I should call them that. I think there's a few more dice here than there are Infinity Stones, but it's a good name for them. I don't quite know what color I want to do these. I'm debating maybe like a white that shimmers gold, or like a kind of shimmery yellowish color, just because there's, you can, actually it kind of works with it being blurry. You can see the yellow sparkles in there. See how it has like that yellow sparkle, orange sparkle to it? I've got those little flakes in there. They kind of go a little bit more towards the yellow-orange spectrum of things. Maybe a little bit of green, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Honestly, I just don't want to do all of the rainbow sets with white ink, because that's what I lean towards when it comes to rainbow sets, is doing them with white. Like these ones I was figuring would both be white or maybe silver. Could do like a light silver on these. Oh, these ones, you know, I was gonna do a flat white. Could do these ones in a shimmery white. I don't know, I kind of like the idea of these in just like a flat white though. But here, let me walk you through the other things I have here. Got random set of fate dice. They've got kind of like the tealy color in there, and then some darker tones. I think these might have been a dump mold, actually. I think these were a dump mold. So that was, I just had leftover resin from other projects that I was working on all at the same time, and then I went and dumped them all into just the same mold. See if it'll focus. Could do a oh, so like Green Lantern and like all of them. That could be cool. I don't know enough about DC Comics to I'd have to do a little bit of research. I've also got February's Patreon D20s. I feel a little bit bad. January's Patreon D20s have been done for a while and they're still sitting on my desk. Because I went and finished them up and I was like, oh, February's are almost done. I'll just wait for February's to be done and I can ship them together. What? Why are you yelling? I hear a cat. And then these took longer than I was thinking they would. Story of my life. So anyways, I want to get these inked so that I can get them shipped out like tomorrow. They're really just, I don't know if, actually it might work better if it's each color is their own color based on a specific emotion in the emotional spectrum and their own symbols too. Ooh, that would be probably a complicated set. So yeah, kind of hard to see, but these are very sparkly. Very dark and sparkly. She's been yelling at me all day. I think she just wants me to give her soft food. Or treats or snacks. So my first thought was to do this like two-tone purple. It's purple and then it shimmers blue. However, I did a very similar set, or very similar D20 last February, last year. And so I don't know that I want to like directly copy it. You know what I mean? I don't really want... What? Why are you yelling? Come here. So I'm thinking maybe instead of going purple, which I think is what I did last time for very similar ones, maybe doing like the kind of tealy one, so it's kind of goes between blue and green. Because there's a lot of those colors. There's a lot. I'm talking to the microphones over here. There's a lot of those colors in there as well, and then it won't be exactly the same as the ones last time. I mean, I have other options too that I could pull out and we could look at. Posted a picture in the Ideas and Inspo channel to show you what they look like. I'll go look. While that comes up, I've also got just some miscellaneous D20s and a D6 here that to get inked. This is another one. I had a spare in the like Dark Side of the Moon kind of rainbow on the dark background D20s, so I'll do that as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, that could be cool. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 9. I was thinking maybe you could do a... Oh, there's a cat outside my window. Dude, I'm surrounded by cats. There's 2 cats that direction. I wonder if I can... There's a cat there. There's a cat behind this mess of microphone and stuff in the cat bed over there. And then there's a cat outside my window. And there's a cat screaming in the hallway behind me. Why are you yelling? Come here. Stop yelling. Okay, I'm gonna ignore you now. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I like doing color stuff with color. But let's maybe actually get going on something here. I'm thinking, should I do a flat? I'm thinking white for these. Should I do a flat white or should I do a shimmery white? I was originally thinking just a flat white. I kind of like it with maybe all of the colors being like super like flat. That's what I'm thinking. Well, let's get going on it and then we can always change our what we want to do later. But this way I have maybe soft pastel for these ones. Soft pastel what? Or I could do like a soft pastel of red to purple. I'm going for kind of a heat map look, so I could also go like silver. Hi buddy, do you want to come inside? I'm gonna let a cat in real quick, just a second. I'm gonna let my cat in. think he wanted me to come outside. Hi, Koshi. Everyone's here. Are you gonna go yell at Fitz through the door? Tell him to actually come inside? Yeah, red to purple could work, but I think I want to go heat map. Maybe I could go silver. I'm thinking white or silver on these. These are the ones, though, I'm thinking white. So we'll start with these ones while we decide on this one. These ones are gonna be white. I want the contrast with the black. I'll move this over so you can see the... Hi, kitten. You finally decided to stop yelling in the hallway and come over here? You coming over to check out what I'm doing? Great job of staying outside of the camera. I had a cat just walk in front of me and you probably didn't even see it. She walked outside, like, in front of me, like, right outside of where the camera is. Yeah, I think the white's good. But I maybe flat's good. That's kind of what I'm... Like, is flat a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, I guess falling flat's not a good thing. I don't know. I like how simple these are. I like how simple they are. And I think I want to continue with the... Sometimes it's fun when, like, when a design is really complex to do really simple ink, or you have a really simple set of dice to do a complicated, you know, ink, you know, lots of different colors and things. I don't know, I just kind of like how simple those ones are overall. Would a light yellow look good? Maybe, probably. I'm just trying to keep it in the theme. See, this is the thing. When it comes to making sets of dice, sometimes I will not do what I think will look the best. I do what I think will be the most thematic. And that's part of the reason I'm leaning towards silver or white, is because I'm thinking of, like, those, you know, the heat maps. And I mean that in this case it doesn't necessarily matter. I don't necessarily have to, you know, follow a theme. I like doing series of sets that are themed. It's been a while since I've done, you know, a series of dice that are all themed. Might be fun to do again at some point. I've been so swamped with commissions that I just haven't done pre-made sets in a while. So that's part of the goal of this this break from commissions. To get some pre-made sets made. I mean, at least, you know, sanded and inked and into the shop type thing. I've got, yeah, there's good contrast here. That's why I went for white on these, is because with the dark black, I thought it would be nice and contrasty. See, you know what we can do on these, too? You can always try a couple of options too. Like we can the white's definitely contrasty on there. Like we can do, when we come back to this set, remind me, we'll try a few different options on our D6 to see what we like the best. We can try a light yellow and a silver and a white, a flat white and a shimmery white. We'll just see what we like best. Maybe we can do a poll even to see which one we decide on. Yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking, was maybe a metallic white, like a shimmery, nice shimmery white. I do think white would be more contrasty like contrasted on these ones, on the red ones, than the silver would, just because of like how dark the colors are. But so maybe a shimmery white would be good. Oh, but what I was saying is, it might be fun to do another like themed release of dice. I did that for a while, where I would do whole like shop updates where all the sets of dice were themed after the same thing. That was kind of leading into the YouTube stuff. That kind of ended, I guess that kind of ended a little bit when I started the part-time job and also trying to do all the videos. Trying to do more complicated videos, especially. And then, of course, having so many commissions. I really enjoy doing commissions, but I'm glad I'm taking a bit of a break. I've been doing them pretty non-stop for like 3 years. My current plan is to bring them back, I think, in July, I'm thinking maybe like the beginning of July. I might bring commissions back. That's my current thought anyways. Miss making dice. Might make a set tomorrow morning. Finally finished your new molds a couple weeks ago, but you've been busy. Not 100% confident in them yet. In the new mold, you're not 100% confident in the new molds. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, white's looking good on here. I don't know why my cat is just yelling. Oh, it's a different cat now. It was you that was yelling earlier. Now it's Luna that's yelling. Why are all my cats yelling at me? Luna does just like to yell. We call them her walks and talks. She likes to walk around the house and have you follow her while she yells. And rub against various corners. Hello, yes, I was talking about you. You're staying over. Nope, 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 nope. I told you. Oh, recommendations on colors? I mean, I'm always a fan of like pink and blue, or purple, or teals. I've been a big fan of like pink and like yellow or gold recently. That's been a favorite. Honestly, one of the fun things to do is just to pick random colors and then try and like pick like 2 random colors and then figure out how you're gonna make them work together. I don't know. When I'm not sure what I want to do, I feel like one of the best ways to get out of art block, at least for me, is just try to make something that's purposefully ugly. I'm not saying that you should try to make something that's purposefully ugly. Ooh, Arizona tea can colors. That sounds great. I like that idea. That sounds good to me. I like that idea. Because I feel like sometimes art block is just like, oh no, I need to make something good. What can I make that's good? And just getting like caught up in the pressure almost of being like, I have to make something that's like super nice. And just making something that's like, you know, you're trying to make it ugly or that's, you know, purposefully ugly helps with that. Bright glittery red with some golden flakes inside. Sounds nice too. I vote Arizona tea. But that's because those are some of my favorite colors right there. The like cyan, and I don't know if you're gonna do the cyan and pink with the like green tea one, or if you're going for a different can of tea. That did just remind me that I have a thing of Arizona tea in the fridge, though. That's probably my favorite, is the green tea with the like kind of greenish color, greenish teal color. Chalky milk. I like chalky milk. To be fair, you can make a pretty set of brown dice. There's definitely some very pretty brown colors out there. You can probably make a really pretty, just like chocolate milk set that's like a kind of a pale, just a pale brown color. You could ink it in pink and white if you wanted to, for like Neapolitan. Seems like there's lots of options here. I'm sensing that there's too many options as opposed to not enough options. I vote one of your first two ideas. I vote Arizona tea or the this shimmery red. Do you actually want to come in now, buddy? As opposed to just standing at the door? I went to go let him in and he was just standing he wanted me to come outside. Which, yeah. That's his normal state. It's like his two favorite things is being outside and hanging out with people. So, like, he constantly wants us to come outside and hang out with him. Have his two favorite things in one spot. People to hang out with and being outside. Well, they're two of his favorite things. He likes other things too, but he is a very, very social cat. A very friendly cat. Loves people. I don't know if he wants in now. Did you do some experimenting to get the dirty pores, like, get that figured out a bit on the dirty pores? I know there's some talk in the Discord, but I can't remember who was talking about it. That seems to be something that I've heard from multiple people, though, is just trouble with keeping the colors distinct. It's funny, I feel like there's just different techniques that, you know, everyone has like a different technique that they find difficult. Because I've always found the dirty pores to be pretty easy. Sorry, there's one cat outside the window, one inside the window, and the one inside just went like this to the window where the other cat was. Okay, buddy, are you actually ready to come inside? I mean, I've got like a few tips and tricks for dirty pores, but it's nothing that hasn't been said before. Alright, just a second, let me grab the cat. He actually came in that time. He actually came in that time. That's the other thing with dice, is that I try to treat every set that I make as an experiment, and that also takes some of the pressure off. Where like it's like, oh well, the dirty pour didn't turn out, the Petri didn't turn out, but that's okay because I was just experimenting. Hi, buddy. Yes, hello. Would you like to say hello to the people? Come say hello to the people. Come here. Oh, say hello to the people. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. You tried using the multi-pour cup and that didn't work too well. You also tried just pouring from two separate cups, and while that did work better, it felt a little harder to control the ratios. Hi. What are you doing? Buddy, I can't come hang out at the moment. He wants me to come hang out. He probably wants me to come give him pets while he eats at the food dish. That's one of his other things, is getting pets while he eats. You can come sit on my lap if you want. Come here. Come here. You can come here. Okay, bye-bye. A silly kitty. Come here. Come here. Come on up. If you want to hang out, you gotta come hang out in here. We're not gonna go hang out at your food dish. Hello. Come here. Come hang out on my lap. Come here. Okay, bye-bye. Silly kitty cat. On the, oh, thanks. On the split cup, was your issue that they were still mixing too much? Or was it that, you got too big of like a glob of one color all in one spot? I've definitely run into the like big glob of color all in one spot. But if the split cup didn't work for you, I'm wondering if maybe you're just pouring in like too thin of a stream maybe, or not waiting for your resin to get thick enough. Yeah, the biggest, I guess the biggest things for dirty pours to try and keep the color separate is just waiting until the resin's super thick, if you can. And then trying to pour in a thicker stream of resin into the molds. Like almost like a glob of resin as opposed to a thin stream of resin. But again, you've probably heard all this before. I was thinking about this, sorry, this just reminded me. I was debating, you know, I was thinking about my Patreon a bit. Oh, I didn't post a Patreon on Thursday, I was sick. Okay, sorry. I made it, or did I post Patreon? Did I post Patreon on Thursday? I don't think I did. I'll check later. I made it a goal for myself to post at least once a week to Patreon. Doesn't have to be anything like crazy exciting or whatever. I just want to actually, you know, keep up to date on it and stuff. I don't know. I felt a little bit bad that I wasn't posting very much for folks that are, you know, paying to be there. Oh, anyways, I was trying to think of like more benefits I could add to my Patreon. I let my resin get rather thick before I do the dirty pours. It's really close to the end of the work time. Someone in my Discord had like a whole system that they had where basically they did, it was, you go and you time and you pour at different times just to see how things turn out, and then you can figure out, you know, what time to actually pour things at. Yeah, I've definitely gotten to the point where I'm just like, oh, I need to get these into the pressure pot now. This is very thick and very sticky. Hi, buddy. I see that you're back. Bye-bye, buddy. What I was saying though about, I'm gonna need to turn the timer up on this, aren't I? There we go. What I was saying though about the Patreon, so I was trying to think of like more rewards and things that I could add, because a lot of the things that people, you know, put on their Patreons are things that To be fair, I still have so many happy accidents. I say that I treat everything as like an experiment, but there's definitely, you know, sets where I'm like, I'm trying to accomplish this thing, especially with like commissions and stuff. And even then, sometimes like my dump molds end up just being like my prettiest dice. More often than not, my dump molds end up being my prettiest ones. Not always. Sometimes they end up really odd, but a lot of happy accidents. A lot of the stuff that people normally put on their I can pull it up. A lot of the stuff that people have on their Patreons is stuff that I kind of like want to have for free, or that I already had for free when I started. Let me go there. Look at it. Membership. For example, I already had a Discord set up, so I don't have a Patreon Discord. I just have my Discord. I already live streamed like once a week. Actually, maybe it was all. I might have been live streaming twice a week when I set it up. I can't remember when I set it up. You know, the YouTube videos. I was like, I want these. You know, I want to post them to YouTube. Maybe at some point I'll get to the point where I have enough time to do like Patreon specific YouTube videos, but I just don't have the time right now. Let's see, at the moment, I have, let's see, at the $1 a month tier, I have behind the scenes look at dice setup and process, vote and theme and decision making polls, and then your name is on my website and also on my videos. And then also I do have a Discord channel in my Discord that all patrons, you know, are a part of, but that it doesn't really get used much, I'll be honest. And that the behind the scenes look, that's all sorts of different things. Like I did a post, let's see, let me go. I did a post recently talking about, like, showing off, like, one of my video scripts. I did a post recently showing off the soap that I made that will be in an upcoming video. I still need to edit. I did a post just talking about, you know, what are my plans. A lot of that kind of behind the scenes stuff, things that could be, some of it, you know, it's like longer, more in-depth social media posts almost. When I was doing a different theme every month, like a different theme that's like sets of dice that were all themed around the same thing, I putting polls in there for people to vote on. And you can do that at the $1 tier. And then I have the $5 tier, which gets you 5% off in my shop, early access to videos. It's not all my videos, it is, it does not include the commission videos. Other videos, though. What? Where'd he go? Here, cat. What? Hi. Did you get your food? You want to go back out? Like the materials videos, folks, they're at the $5 tier and who are members on my YouTube channel, which is also $5, get the videos a week early. So you'll get like the Materials 3 video a week earlier than everyone else. But it doesn't count for the commission videos because those go out to the people who commission the dice first. First dibs on shop items. So I do, before I post things into my shop, oh, that's fun. Yeah, it is fun to do a, like a random set of dice. I did, a video a while back where my cats decided what I was gonna make, and that was kind of fun. It was kind of a similar thing of, you know, random chance. It'd be fun to do like a wheel though, and do a few sets that way. Yeah, first dibs on shop items. I post all the new sets of dice to my Patreon first. People there get first dibs. That's it for $5 tier, and then I have a $30 tier. There's a bit of a jump. I have a $1, a $5, and a $30. But that's because the $30 tier at the moment gets a monthly D20. So that's what these are. So you get a mystery D20 every month. Usually a few months after the fact, because I have to make them. Hi, buddy. Hello, you want to come sit on my lap? Come here. But, oh, buddy. I think he wants me to come back out again. Or to let him back out again. The first wheel decides the color of the dice. Second wheel decides the style. Third wheel decides the paint. Fourth wheel decides any other random stuff. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That could be fun for the inking color too. I don't usually think about the inking color when it comes to stuff like that. Oh, but the $30 month tier gets 15% off in my shop and a monthly D20. Anyways, what I was saying about the Patreon was I was trying to think of more tiers, and I was debating doing like the thing. Here's where I'm a little bit conflicted. Here, let me let the cat out, and then I'll tell you what I'm debating for Patreon. Because I'm a little bit, yeah. Let me walk you through it. Just a second. I'll go let the cat out first. I'm not sure. Alright, yeah, talking about Patreon. I'm not sure who my Patreon demographic is. Is it people who want to make dice or people who want to get dice? Because I was debating, you know, it could be cool to do like a thing where it's like, you know, you get an hour of my time or something like that, half an hour of my time or something per month to give like tips on something or constructive feedback or, you know, there's a cat hair in my paint. Wouldn't have to be resin either necessarily. I know a fair amount about like painting and stuff too, but it could be a thing where it's just like helping you troubleshoot or any of those sorts of things. But I don't know that that's what folks would want. I also don't know how I would, I feel like it would need to be like a differentiated thing almost. I'm not sure. I could probably do like Patreon exclusive, like, here's the other thing. I don't know that I would do like a Patreon exclusive live stream, because I don't know that would interest people in my Patreon. So probably no one would show up. Alright, there we go. Why was I talking about? Oh, I was talking about. Oh, that's because we were talking about trouble. We were trying to troubleshoot your issue. I'm always happy to try and troubleshoot things with people, if I can. I have been pointing people more towards like my Discord and stuff, just because, you know, there's a lot of knowledgeable people there, and sometimes people who are much more knowledgeable than I am about things. especially specific techniques and things, and 3D printing and all that sort of fun stuff. And I have my certain ways that I do things, and I know there's lots of different ways to do different things. And also just so that it's not just on me and my time. Which kind of sounds bad, but like you start getting enough people asking about, you know, something. It's just like, oh gosh, I'm not to that point, thank goodness, where it's just like I can't help all of these people. There's too many. But like, if things continue to grow, I might get to that point. So it's nice having kind of a forum almost to direct people towards, in case I don't have the time or the understanding to actually answer questions. So are you gonna try letting a wheel decide what you make, since you can't, you have too many color ideas? Or did you decide what you're gonna pour in your new molds? I'm gonna pour some resin, I think, later this week. I was gonna pour resin on Friday, but I came down with the cold on Thursday. Yeah, I came down with the cold on Thursday, I think. So I went and moved it to this week. I do have a convention coming up this weekend, so that will be fun. I think I'm mostly ready for the convention. I'm not necessarily completely... Oh, let's do this one too. I've got this D20 here. It's a Maker Fest. I did vend at it last year too, and it was fun but long. The focus is on, like, you know, crafting and like nerdy crafting. So I'm vending at it, and then this year I'm also doing a couple of classes. So we're doing like a resin pouring outside. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't outside. Just because of fumes and things. Figure that's the safest way to do it. And a couple of other things. I have 3 different classes that I'm doing. I did not realize I was going to be doing 3 when I originally signed up to do a class, but it's okay. Well, it'll be fun. They're not all resin. I'm also doing like a... Hello! I'm also doing like a soap pouring demo, which is part of the reason that I made soap recently. It was just so that I could get back into it, because it's been a while since I've made soap. Like, quite a while since I've made soap. I wanted to make sure that I still remembered how to do it before I did a soap demo in front of people. I did film that though, so I do hope to turn that into a video. But I have a few. I need to pack things up still a bit. I've got most everything packed, but I need to actually get everything put together. I've got the stuff for the classes mostly packed up, except for some of the resin stuff, because I do want to pour resin before then. I want to get the Patreon D20s for... We're in May now, right? So April? Yeah, I want to get the Patreon D20s for April poured. Yeah, it's May. Okay. But yeah, this does mean that I won't be streaming next weekend since I'll be at the convention. But if anybody's in the like Eastern Washington area, I'll be at Sagefin Maker Fest in Pasco. Should be a good time. You can come say hi. And then actually, not the weekend after that, but the weekend after. So not the weekend directly after that, but the weekend after that, I'm gonna be doing another event all weekend. I think which is run by like our local big comic book store. If you're just joining, I'm getting over a cold. So, this could end up being a short stream if my voice doesn't hold up. I'm doing okay. I've got a cough drop. It's helping. But I can't stream and not talk. I gotta talk while I stream. Let's get this back a little bit so you can see. I like how I said that and then I stopped talking. My brain's maybe a little bit foggy still too. Not really, but just a little bit. I'm zoning out, just staring at the numbers, filling them with paint. I did try setting up the camera slightly differently today, because I was saying last time that like it was either like too close or too far away, so I have the shorter camera on a box so that it's a little bit further away, but it's not like super far away like it was before. It was like up here before, and now it's here. This is where you guys are at. Oh, sorry. That's where you guys are at. You guys are literally right here. I think that's a little bit better. I should maybe figure out my lighting. Instead of using one of those like not vitamin D, but you know the like sad lamps? Not a lamp that's sad, but like the one that's supposed to help when you're like sad in the middle of winter. You're supposed to sit in front of it like in the morning or whatever, and it's supposed to help. I'm using one of those. It's very bright. I started using it because it was the only lamp that I had that didn't do weird stuff with the frame rate of my camera. Not this camera necessarily, but the one I was using to video record. All the other ones, they must flash at like a odd rate in comparison to the camera frame rate, because it ended up with like weird like lines on the screen. Yeah, this is the only one that I have that doesn't seem to do that. There we go. Got this. There we go. D20. That's just a bonus D20. All done. As well as this full set now. Oh no! Come back to me, die. Just a second here. I might need to re-ink the D4. We'll just set that there for a second and let it dry. Let me grab another Oops. You guys saw nothing. Let me dry that off and maybe put in a little bit more white paint on there. We'll let that dry. Well, let me scoot this over. Well, I'll show you these ones. These are the ones we just got done finished that we just finished inking. Never likes to focus up close. Never likes to focus where I want it to focus. There we go. Here's the ones we just finished inking. Although we are probably gonna redo the D4 here a little bit, because that paint got a little bit damp and runny. So those are done. I do think I should work on these ones next. These are the Patreon D20s. I was saying that I would do like the purple to blue shimmer. These are very... Not the best lighting for it, but you can kind of see there. It's very kind of blue sparkles, a little bit of purple, a little bit of green in there. So I would do the like blue to purple, or blue and purple shimmery paint, but I'm pretty sure this is what I used for a very similar D20 that I sent out last year. So I was thinking maybe this one, this teal one. I do have other options though. Probably not that one. I'm just a plain old like emerald green. I don't think the green gold makes sense. Could go pink. That's a little bit odd, but could be cool. This one is literally just like, it's literally just glitter shimmer. You can kind of see there how the light reflects. I could go for like a white that shimmers pink. Don't pay attention to that, pay attention to that. It just looks white though on camera. But it is white and then it has like a slight pink shimmer to it. I'm thinking a color changing one. Or like a color shifting one. Doesn't have to be though. We could go for something else with these. What are we thinking? I could go for just like a flat, like teal or something too. Or like go off the wall and go like orange or something like that. That'd be unexpected for me. I feel like I don't usually go complete like contrasty colors like that. Leave them as is, just do glow in the dark. Let me grab just a flat color here. Just go for like a blue. Ooh, this one's pretty. Just go for like a blue color. Could do that. Could do that. Ooh, like a teal. I think I did the purple last time. Now I'm not 100% sure. Also, should I film this? I probably should film this too. At least a little bit of it, because I tried to film all of the Patreon D20s for shorts. I don't remember if I filmed this one vertical or not though. I've started to film the I just realized that I painted this bottle. I've started to film some of I must have done it vertical. I was gonna say I started to film some of the so you can see you're taller than this. But I've started to film some of my Patreon D20s vertical like this, because that's going to work better for the shorts, because the shorts are all vertical format. I guess it doesn't really... I might as well go vertical. I don't know. What are you guys thinking, though? What do you guys think about colors? I'm thinking... Should I just do, like... shimmery white? I think that would definitely be different from what I did last time. I might have to grab another cough drop. I just finished the one I had before. But I would love ideas from people. I'm gonna move this over. I could do a poll, I suppose, but I feel like I need to figure out which ones I want to put on the poll. Well, while I'm thinking about that, I'll ink this one. This one I think is just gonna be shimmery white. Where's my shimmery white? There's my shimmery white. It blends in perfectly here. Can't even tell there's a dye. Alright. So yeah, we're trying to decide. Let me move this so you can see. Trying to decide what color to ink this set. Yeah, while I wait for people to tune in with ideas, I'm gonna ink just this random D6. I try to get some miscellaneous D6s made, just because I like to send them with orders when people order dice. The dice with pips are kind of, they're almost harder to ink, because I've got to, like, because the numbers are so big, if I like run this across here, for example, it kind of catches it sometimes a little bit, and then it's hard to actually wipe around it without catching more. But I'll come back and clean these up after they've dried a little bit. I'll just do that. Yeah, like I just stuck my finger in one of the pips. So what have folks been up to today? You guys do anything fun for Mother's Day? I opted not to have lunch with my family because I'm still getting over a cold and I don't want to get anybody sick. That just seems like Happy Mother's Day. Here's a cold. Can you imagine? Okay. All right, let's figure out this these D20s once and for all. So they're very sparkly. They've got more of a blue and a purple. I mean, they've got blue and purple and green. There we go. That actually shows off the sparkle pretty well. teal. It's more like a blue purple. I think it's mostly blue purple in here. Ah. Do I have a good blue purple? How about this one? This, maybe, what about this one? I'm kind of thinking this one, just this flat color. Like, I was gonna go super shimmery, but maybe I'll just go with this blue. This kind of matches the colors in there really nicely. And I just want it to be different from the last ones I did that were kind of similar to this, that were just dark with, that were just dark with, like, shimmery bits in them. I kind of, maybe this and this. I could do the dark blue and then do, like, the blue shimmer over the top. Let's go with that. You know, I'm not hearing anything from, no one's complaining in chat. So I think I'm gonna go with that. Ah! I have to fit all my paint back down here. I don't know if I've used this blue. Oh, that's, I see. I've decided what color I'm doing for these. No one was here to talk me out of it, so I'm going for it. I'm gonna do this, it looks more blue on camera. It's blue, but it's a little bit more purpley, I think, in real life. And I think it matches kind of the blue in here really well, which is also a little bit purpley. It's more of like a phthalo blue type color. Let's just see how it looks. It might still be kind of dark and illegible, but let's just see how it's feeling. It's kind of subtle, but I don't know that I mind it. It's probably going to be slightly darker once it's dry, though. No, it's actually, it'll be pretty close. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it too subtle? You have more light there, I'll be honest. It looks more subtle in person. Just a slightly more subtle. I don't know. Purdy? Okay. Cool. Maybe it'll be a little bit less subtle once I add the blue sparkles as well. But I really like this blue color. It's one of my favorite. I have a phthalo blue. I think it's phthalo. That's how I would think it'd be pronounced. It's P-T-H-A-L-O, I think. I have a mica powder that's called phthalo blue. And it's like blue, but it's like a little bit more purpley. It's one of my favorites to use. I just really like how it looks. I tend to like all the like tertiary colors. So you've got your primary colors, which is like red, yellow, and blue. And then your secondary colors, which is, you know, orange and purple and green. You know, the ones that are in between the primary colors on the color wheel. I like all the ones that are in between those. So like the... Remember that from Bob Ross? I wonder if I have a paint that's phthalo blue. Phthalo green's really pretty too. It's kind of more of a like a beetle wing green, I think. But the tertiary colors are in between the primaries and the secondaries. So that's just like red orange or yellow orange or, you know, red purple or blue, like red violet, blue violet. Those are some of my favorites. So you get like, especially in like jewel tones, you know, you have like a wine color that's like a deep, like rich red purple color. Really like that. Really like a good like blue purple color. I just think it's pretty. I also like a good like salmon, kind of, you know, kind of in between like red and orange almost. Some good colors out there. You can actually see pretty okay. I feel like I need to Google now and see whether the my mica that's called phthalo blue is actually phthalo blue. What's this one called? Acrylic paint. Only the highest quality. Doesn't have a color on it. It just says acrylic paint. But yeah, did anybody do anything fun for Mother's Day? Do anything interesting today? Is Mother's Day today or is it just this weekend? It's like today, isn't it? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm very, very bad. It's okay, okay. You're waiting for your mom to go through pre-surgery consultation. You're looking about in the gift shop randomly. Saw some stuff that made you go, hey, I can make that. That's always kind of a weird feeling, I suppose. What sort of stuff did you see that you were like, oh, I could make that? And are you going to make it, or is it just like a realization that you can? Cat hair. Made your mom dinner, ham steak, rice, and zucchini. That sounds nice. Not sure what the plan is for dinner here. I think probably I'm fending. Oh, glass sunflowers. Oh, I see. So you're gonna try making those with resin? Might be kind of cool to do like a stained glass sort of effect with resin. I'm sure that'd be pretty easy. It might be fun to just actually try doing stained glass too, but I don't need another hobby to pick up. I've already got all the resin stuff. I've got the painting. I've got the soap, which you know, I haven't been doing as much soap, but I do still want to make bath bombs. Still haven't done that yet. I'm kind of holding off on it a little bit because I have like an idea of what I want to do, but I think I need to get some stuff to actually make the bath bombs that I want to make. I need to get the like little mold things, you know, like the little cups that they put together, the little half spheres that they put together for bath bombs. I need to get a set of those probably. I'm still debating some things, like with the, yeah, I like that. It's very subtle. Doesn't look as subtle on camera here, I think. Actually, I think maybe that's the lighting. I think the angle that I'm at makes it more subtle. I like it. Alright, let's do all of them. You got a couple of snowflake molds that you could convert for something like that. Yeah, it is kind of spacey. What was I saying? Oh, bath bombs. Oh, YouTube videos. I know I talk about it a lot, but I'm constantly trying to figure out like how to do YouTube videos. How to make them, you know, fun for me and engaging for people. Yes! I did get to see the aurora. My brother got some excellent photos. I got a few photos. I could probably pull them up. But yes, I did get to see the aurora. It was cool. It was pretty subtle to the naked eye where I am. You know, I'm in town. But it really popped in like photos. Me pull up a photo or two. We have pretty good, let's see if, you can see my super dirty, phone screen. I mean, there we go. There's a photo that I took. It's gone blurry all of a sudden. The photo itself is not blurry. But yeah. It was cool. Oops. My brother and I went and walked around the yard and took photos and just stood in awe for a while. I put too much water in here. Alright. Yeah, the clouds rolled in. It was pretty clear where we were at, which was nice. That was cool. Yeah, I've never actually seen like an aurora before, so that was really cool to see. I don't know if and when I'll, you know, see one again. It's not like I'm super far south or anything, but it's not exactly a common occurrence where I'm at. Oh, but the whole YouTube thing. I'm sure people are sick of me talking about it at this point. I feel like I need to get out and do more stuff just so that I have more to talk about on streams. It's been the month of interesting sky stuff for sure. Yeah, true. It was the eclipse and everything, and that would have been cool to go see. That's a bit of a ways away, though. Someday I would like to see a full solar eclipse. But I was happy to see the aurora at the very least. It was very cool. Eclipses, comets, and crazy lights in the sky. Yep. I have video footage for about 20 videos that's all filmed. I'm not sure whether I should focus on editing up those 20 videos and getting them posted, or if I should focus on like new videos kind of thing. I have, at the moment, you know, with all that video footage and everything, I have videos pretty much planned through February of next year. So I have videos planned out for about a year. That's how much video footage I have, and how long I expect it to take me to edit it all. But that doesn't really leave a lot of, I don't know, flexibility for trying new stuff necessarily. I mean, it does a little bit. I can do some new stuff in editing and things, but I don't know. Next chance to see a total solar eclipse is August 12th, 2045. Okay. It's about 20 years. That's doable. Where is it going to be, though? Because I'm assuming I would have to travel for it. I suppose I've got a little bit of time to plan for it. Just a little bit. Oh! That wouldn't actually be too far. I could do that. It'd be a long drive, but it wouldn't be like a super long drive. Might fly. I guess I'll be like 50 then. It's weird to think. That is weird to think. It's weird to think that I'd be 50 in like 20 years. It is very fun at work to have the kids guess how old I am, I must say. I don't think they know what a 30-year-old looks like. Enters the U.S. in Northern California, exit the U.S. in South Florida. Oh, okay. I wonder whether... Okay. Okay. That's actually, yeah, that could be doable. Alright, I'll plan for that. I'll plan to go check, I'll plan to catch the solar eclipse in 20 years. Sounds like a good plan to me. Yeah! That sounds doable for sure. Has anyone here seen a total solar eclipse? I've heard stuff about it, about how it gets like super quiet and stuff, and like noticeably colder. I'm just curious if anyone here's actually experienced that. You did? Oh, cool. Did you just see this last one? How was it? What was it like? Oh, okay. Okay. So you were in the path of totality. Cool. That's super exciting. Surreal, to be honest. Yeah, that seems like one of those things where you'd have to be there to actually like comprehend it. You know what I mean? Like I haven't seen an eclipse. I've seen a partial eclipse, which was cool, but like not like it was cool, but like not impressive in the way that I'm sure a total solar eclipse would be. But I imagine that's one of those things where you have to be there to actually get like the magnitude of it. You know, you can see photos and stuff, but it's different from feeling it and seeing like the scale of it and things. I feel that often about like sunsets and things. I mean, that's not even a solar eclipse, but just a sunset where you're like, I can't take a photo of this and to properly convey how beautiful it is. I feel like it's been less so since I've gotten a little bit older, but at least as a kid, sometimes I'd see a sunset and be like, I feel like I am missing a sense when I look at the sunset. Like, I feel like I need an additional sense to be able to, like, comprehend this fully. Either, I don't know whether it's, yeah, exactly. I don't know if it was like I feel like, you know, I need some sort of sense that I don't have, or it's like, I feel like I should be able to taste this sunset. It's like that overwhelming, you know, or you see just a beautiful vista or something, and you're just like, I feel like I need to be able to experience this in more ways than I'm currently experiencing it. Like, you know, the sense of sight and sound, like, just the sense of, like, sight and sound is not enough. I need to be able to, like, touch the sunset, or taste it, or give me some other sense that I don't have to be able to comprehend this. Maybe I'm weird. I mean, okay, I know I'm weird, but, like, I don't know if anybody else has ever had that sort of feeling as well. Probably not. Probably it's just me. Well, chances are that someone has had that, like, feeling. But, it's probably very... I imagine not a lot of people have had that feeling. Where it feels like they should have more senses than they do. It is interesting reading about the human senses and how many more there are than just the, like, you know, sight, touch, taste, you know, those ones. You know, you've got, like, is it proprioception? I think that's how you pronounce it. It's just, like, the sense of, like, where your limbs are in space. You know, that's what makes it so that you can close your eyes and touch your nose. You know, there's things like that. I read something at one point that, like, hot and cold are, like, two different, like, not senses necessarily, but they have two different, like, receptors. I don't know if that's true or not. I need to actually double check that one, but thought that was interesting. Something could be possibly hot and cold at the same time. I don't know. I did a short interview recently. Talking about the senses made me think about this. So at least for a while there, I really enjoyed, yeah, it got quite a bit darker, I think. It got a bit darker. I think adding the blue shimmer will help to make that pop a little bit more. Make it all the sides. Yes, okay. For those that don't know me, I tend to get, like, obsessed with one thing at a time and then, like, learn pretty much everything I can about that thing. And then, you know, move on to something else. And I don't know that this necessarily falls under that, but I definitely had a bit of time there where I just enjoyed researching different, like, mental conditions and things. Like, you know, like autism and ADHD and OCD and executive functions and just, you know, different psychology things. Just researching it for fun. Going, okay, you know, what are symptoms and stuff. But yeah, that made me think of, I did a short interview recently for gal's doing a documentary on I don't know how to pronounce it necessarily. It's either complex motor stereotypies or complex motor I think it's stereotypies. Basically stimming. Like, it's basically, you know, when when people, like, flap their hands and stuff without realizing it. It's those kind of movements. But yeah, I was just thinking again about all the research I did on that. I wasn't quite. I should flip it this way so you can read it. There's a weird fact about me, I guess, is that I wiggle my fingers in front of my face when I'm thinking. And none of you will probably ever see it. Because I don't do it in front of people, and I don't know why. Because I don't do it on purpose. But that's what the complex motor stereotype is that it's basically any sort of complex, like, movement that's, you know, like how you bounce your leg? You know, like when you bounce your leg without thinking about it type thing? You might realize, you know, while you're bouncing your leg or after the fact that, oh, I was just bouncing my leg while I was, you know, just sitting there bored. That's a stereotypy. Or motor stereotype, I suppose. The complex ones tend to be with, like, the arms and hands, and they tend to be, like, bilateral. So the same on both sides. But there's your fun, weird Liz fact of the day, I guess, is that I do that. I don't know what that. It's just weird, a weird thing I do. But yeah, there's a gal who's making a documentary about it. So that should be cool. I'm kind of curious to see, you know, how it goes and how it ends up. I have a few, I guess, weird things. I have my weird party tricks, I guess, that I can do. Like, I can stand on point. You know how ballerinas can stand on, like, just their big toes? Like, on the very top, like, tip of their tiptoes? I can do that. With no point shoes or anything. I can just stand on just my big toes. Pointing straight up. I can walk around like that. Not for long. It gets a little bit uncomfortable on the toes, but I can do that. I showed the kids at work. Let's see if just a second. Let me see if you can hear this. Let me pause this real quick. Let me see if you could. Whoop! I think I unplugged my light on accident. Oh no, I think we're good. Okay. Let's see if you can hear this. Oh, sorry, Luna. I showed some of the kids at work that recently. I don't know if it came through on the microphone or not. I don't know if it just sounded like clapping to you or if you could hear the different notes there. They were, it was a pretty quiet day on... Oh, okay. It was a pretty quiet day at work on Saturday, and they were trying to replicate that. They were very focused on their work, yeah, I'm sure. Oh, here's another one that's sound-based. Let me pause this again. That's my pinkies. My pinkies click. I probably shouldn't do that. That one does actually hurt after a while. I used to be, I think, more flexible than I am now. Sounds like your ankle. Yeah, pretty much. I used to be able to put my feet behind my head. I probably still could, but I think probably I would need to stretch. I tried to do a cartwheel at one point, maybe like a year ago, and I pulled something in my leg, and that was a wake-up call of, oh no, I think I'm old now. I think I need to stretch before doing this stuff. Cause I'm gonna hurt something. I didn't like pull something, but it was definitely a, oh no, my leg, ow. limping around for, you know, just a little bit of time. And the main lesson from this, getting old is for the birds. It's fine. I don't know. I'm happier at 30 than I was at 25. I feel more like settled and kind of confident, I guess. I mean, to be fair, I feel like that was it. The difference between 25 and 28 was kind of staggering, I guess, and just like, I don't know. I feel like at 25, it felt like you have to get everything figured out before you're 30. And then you get to 28 and you're like, it's fine, I've got plenty of time. Maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Things felt more chill when I hit about 28. Where it's just like, it's okay, it's okay. Like, I don't have it all figured out and that's okay. I got time. I don't have to have it all figured out. Whereas at 25, you're like, oh gosh, I gotta get it all figured out. I wonder if I feel like I'm more open to asking questions about, like, you know, what I'm supposed to do now, and I wonder if some of that's kind of that change in attitude too. You know, like if I'm at work, I'm still not perfect at this sort of thing, where it's just like, if I don't actually know something, even if it's something I probably should know how to do, I don't feel bad, you know, going and asking a coworker like, hey, how do I do this thing again? Again, I'm still not perfect at that. Sometimes I'll still just be like, I think I can do this. I know how to do this. And then I'll be like, I don't know how to do this. But I feel like when I was like, maybe, you know, 25-ish, it felt like, oh, I have to figure this out. I can't let anyone know if I don't know how to do this, sort of mentality. Whereas it's just like, now I'm like, yeah, it's just better to ask and not get it wrong. I don't know, there's my, I don't know, everyone here is probably older than I am, but there's my life advice for you is, if you don't know how to do something, just ask. People are usually pretty chill. People are gonna be happier to, like, even if they give you crap about it or something, people are gonna be happier if you just ask how to do something, as opposed to, like, making assumptions and messing something up. I mean, that goes for just, like, you know, say, like, you need to go, you know, turn in some paperwork somewhere or something. It's not, you know, not even necessarily for work. I don't know. You know, you can just ask the person at the front desk, hey, where do I need to do this? And usually, even if they don't know, they might be able to direct you to someone who does know. People tend to be, as long as you're, like, polite and stuff, people tend to be helpful if they can be. And if they're not, that's their problem, not yours. Like, I mean, that sounds maybe not true. Like, it could be very much be your problem if someone's not helpful and, you know, you are relying on them. But I'm just saying, like, it's, I don't know, you're not responsible for other people being jerks. That's something that, like, that is something that I try to get the kids to understand at work a little bit. It's just like, you're not responsible for other people's actions. You need to be responsible for your own actions. You know. You can, you know, blame someone else for I don't know, distracting you, and they shouldn't be doing that, but also you need to be, you know, doing what you can to not be distracted or whatever. It's not all on this other person. Can't blame everybody else for your problems. I say that, but it's so much easier to blame someone else for all my problems. Did also remind you of a little funny picture you just shared in the meme channel. Okay, I'll take a look. I might need to grab another cough drop at some point. Yeah. 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 Super squirrel feeling fine after the party versus you at 30 after existing. Yeah, it's very subtle. I like it though, like, even though it's subtle, like, it adds, like, more blue, which I like. I like that little bit of blue that it adds. I'm thinking probably I'm gonna get these all inked with the dark blue, and then we'll try and get them inked with the sparkly blue, and then I'll probably call it. I know I've got more sets to ink, but I think my my throat's starting to go a little bit from the cold. I've got a little bit of a sore throat. It's not bad, but I don't want to exacerbate it by talking too much. And I always feel weird streaming without talking. I'm trying to rest my voice a little bit more this stream, but you know. Yeah, no need to push it, exactly. Oh, this was something I wanted to get some thoughts from people, and I'll probably post this in the Discord. And maybe on YouTube as well. My schedule changes. So at the, I work evenings at the moment. Because I work doing tutoring stuff, so it's after school. That changes in the summer. I'll be working mornings in the summer. So I will have evenings back again. So I don't necessarily have to stream on Sunday. Like, this time will still work, obviously. But is there, like, a different day that people would prefer? Like, I don't know. What do you think? Do you prefer watching streams on the weekends, or do you prefer watching streams, like, weekday nights? To be fair, I'm kind of, like, maybe I'll just, like, add a stream here and there. I could just, like, add a stream. You know, plan to pour resin on, like, Thursdays or something, and then occasionally stream it. I could always do that as well. I used to stream twice a week, but that was before I got the part-time job. That cut into my time a bit. As did starting to edit videos. Editing videos takes a like surprising amount of time. That's probably what I'm gonna go do after this. I'm gonna get these inked, and then I'll probably go work on editing the Materials 3 videos more. Luna, you need to pick a side. You can't just walk back and forth in front of me. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, I forgot I was gonna show inking these. I'll do that on the next die. No. You're not walking back and forth in front of me. Pick a side. You can stay over there. You're not walking back and forth. She likes to do, whenever I'm like working on stuff here, she loves to walk back and forth in front of me. I always have to tell her to pick a side or come lay down on my lap. She's kind of laid down over there a little bit. She's not laid down, but she's hunkered down. She didn't moon the stream, yeah. But yeah, see, Monday and Fridays evenings are booked for you. I think I used to do Wednesday nights. I don't know, I think I like this time. I think I like the Sunday afternoons. So maybe I'll stick with the Sunday afternoons, and then occasionally throw in another stream here and there, like weekday evenings. Okay, I need to actually film this. I forgot that I was gonna do that. Try not to block the... I'll go this way. I try not to block you guys too much either. And that'll work. Oh good, you guys can still see too. Over so it's it'll be easier for me to grab. I'm not going across everything to grab it. Yes, hello Luna. Are you being a good girl? You being a good girl just sitting over there? Oh yeah, so I'm working on the Materials 3 video. It's been taking me a while. I have a few more little things that I need to film for it. Oh, I paint. I'm gonna zoom this way. Yeah. I went and filmed most of the last little bits last night. Because I just had a few little things. Like I filmed kind of like the main body of it, but I had like a few things that I talked about that I didn't have like images or video of. So I just kind of, you know, went and grabbed things out and took some video of those things. I have straight up just like a piece of paper that I printed off. If you ever wanted to see what my script writing process is like, I did make a post about that on Patreon. I did realize that I didn't Ooh. Welcome back, welcome back. But yeah, I have the main body of the video all filmed, and now I'm just kind of adding clips of things that relate to what I'm talking about over the top. So that involved a lot of finding clips and filming some clips, and then now I need to actually edit those clips and put them where they need to go. I was thinking of doing like fancy title screens for this one. I don't know if I'll get around to it or not. Sorry if this is a little bit hard to see. I just want to get a little bit of video footage of this for the for a short later. Did I ever think of something for that silent film idea we had talked about a while? Oh gosh, I remember we talked about that and I can't remember what the actual idea was. I know we talked about doing like a silent film type thing with like the title cards, but I don't remember what it was. What was the context of that? What was the? I can't remember what the like the premise of the video, like, because we were gonna do like a silent film, right? What was the premise of the video gonna be? Yeah, I can't remember what the skit was. Like we came up with a whole skit idea, and I think, but I don't remember what it was. Okay, I'm just gonna call that good. Yeah, because we went looking for music, I remember, on one of the streams. I think I added a couple. One or two. Sorry, cold. We went looking for music on one of the streams, I remember. Because we were talking about that. I can't remember what the skit was that we came up with. Oh, it was just a general idea. Okay, I thought we'd come up with something, like an actual skit, but I couldn't remember. That would still be good. Yeah, I do still have a little bit of tea. I still have a little bit of tea here. But yeah, might need to brew some more. Or grab another cough drop. It is getting better, I swear. My voice lasted most of the day. It's only fair that it starts to give out now. Do I just do one coat for ink? You feel like inking your dice takes forever? Yeah, I mostly just do one coat, unless I'm doing some sort of interesting effect. Even then, though, it takes forever for me to ink a set of dice. I think I timed it at one point and took like 40 minutes for a, 8-piece set of dice. Oh, black and white dice, right. Oh, yeah, maybe you could use silent film idea for a set of black and white dice. That would be cool. That'd be fitting. Yeah, mostly I just do one coat of ink. I was actually just talking to someone in my Discord the other day because they were saying that like their sets of dice take so many layers. But we were talking about how like basically our numbers are different because they have like very like wide numbers. Like there's a lot more space inside of the numbers, whereas mine are pretty narrow and deep. So I just kind of glob a bunch of paint in there. And usually it does a pretty good job of coverage in there. So some of it could be your numbers probably. But yeah, it takes me a while to get my dice full set inked. I like that idea. One clip of a cat just sitting there, cut to a black background with white text saying meow. That's good. That's good. I do like that idea. Or alternatively, you have like way too much text. You know, you have the cat and it looks like they just meow once. And then it's just like a whole thing, like, why have you forsaken me, mother? Why have you done this to me? I've demanded the soft food and you have not given it to me. And, like, it goes, like, off the screen. I can see, you could go either way with that, I think. I need to drag my brother in for more, like, skit, brainstorming. It's always fun. You were given this Dragon Flash color shift paint. Seems like one you may need to do a base layer. Yeah. Is it a dragonfly glaze? To be or not to be, that is the question. For 'tis it noble in one's mind to face the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to rise up and... What is it? I can't remember. Whenever like my brother or I give a voice for the cats, it is either like full like poor Victorian child or like Gollum, like little gremlin voice. It's just like, Father, why have you done this? This one is folk art. Oh, okay. I do have a different folk art color shift. Okay. Yeah. Some of those I think maybe are a little bit more they might be a little bit more see-through. I have a purple one. I tend to put down like a purple base layer first on the folk art color shift, yeah. This one is pretty much purely translucent. You can see it's literally just glitter. This isn't what we're doing right this second. Oh my gosh. There we go. You can see it's literally just that glitter. So that one definitely needs like a base layer. So yeah, I guess it depends on the paint a little bit too, and whether it needs another layer or not. Your cat just sounds like a dude in your head, no specific accent or vernacular. Got that one as well, along with the rainbow one. Oh yeah, yeah. I think some of the voice that we've given our cat, like the cats, has to do with like memes and things that we've seen online. Like my, have you guys seen the like little comic with the? Let me find this comic. My brother and I quote it all the time in relation to our cats. Yeah, here we go. Oh. Let's see if I can zoom in. Here it is. Father, why have you forbade me from entering the delicious chamber? It's called an oven and you will die. I am strong, father. Oh, it's gone out of focus. But, my brother and I quote, I am strong, father, to each other, like, all the time now. And, like, the whole, like, you kick me yet? You kick her like the football? Like, I think some of our voices for the cats have come from, like, memes. Jail for mother. Just let him in, he's got this. I am strong, father. The three cats you've been around the most. One would just be the dopey, silly voice. One is, I am royalty and you will respect that. And the third would be a bit of a Valley Girl accent. That's pretty good. Oh my god. Look at that mouse. It's so last season. That's all yeah, I don't know. Blue collared? Ugh. Sorry, now I feel like I could keep going with this for a while. Maybe I shouldn't. Like, I heard from Spot that, like, he's a big fan of dry cat food. Ugh, I only eat wet cat food. Is this Valley Girl? Is this feeling Valley Girl? I think that's Valley Girl, right? I feel like, let me scoot this way a little bit. I'm getting out of the, out of frame a little bit. Is that Valley Girl that I was doing, or am I insulting a completely different group of people? You called her Excel because she excelled at being cute and excelled at getting into trouble and was just this bubbly little ball of energy. That is Fitz, to be fair. That is my cat Fitz. Like, I think I've told the story before about when I got him. So I got Fitz. It was kind of Valley Girl. Yeah, maybe not. More like, I don't know, stereotypical teen girl, maybe. I don't know. No, when I went to go get Fitz, well, actually, I did not go planning to get a cat. But I just wanted to look at the cute kittens type thing. And he kept reaching through the bars for me. Every time I tried to walk away, he would, like, reach through the bars towards me and meow. I was like, oh no, he's chosen me. But when I went back, because I put in, like, the application stuff, but, you know, didn't go home with him that day. When I went back the next time, the room was closed because they were cleaning out all of the cages. And so, like, all of the cats and the kittens were out and running around. Or, they were all out and they were playing. And the kittens, of course, were energetic and they were playing and, all that. And he was running back and forth across the room as fast as he could. I think he might have had, like, a ping pong ball or something that he was chasing. But just the juxtaposition of him running full tilt back and forth across the room versus the other cats that were all just, happily playing. It's just like, yep, that's the one I want. And now it's like 6 years later and he's not lost any of that energy. And the other cats are not happy about it. He is the oldest of my cats and by far has the most energy out of any of them. The other two is very much a brains and brawn relationship. They'd work together to open doors. One worked the knob and the others pushed it open. They got that figured out. Yeah, Yeah, I'll be at Pasco this next weekend. I'm gonna be doing Sage Fen Maker Fest. So yeah, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. If you're close by, you should come say hi. I'm gonna be vending, and then I'm also gonna be doing a couple of classes. For one of them's gonna be resin, and then I'm doing like a soap demo and stuff too. I was so worried. So, I caught this little bit of a cold from my brother. He had it first. And then, I think the symptoms started on, like, Thursday. Oh, yeah, that is a little bit of a drive. Yeah. It's a couple hours. Maybe I'll do stuff in Spokane again at some point. I've done a couple of things in Spokane, but I'm, trying to stay a little bit closer to home. At least this year. I'm trying to take a little bit of a break and do stuff that's a little bit closer to me. But I've done like I did Lilac City at one point, and I've done the Halloween Expo a couple of times. Wait, has the Halloween Expo? No, the Halloween Expo only happened once. I've done the Halloween Expo and I did Lilac City once. I did Lake City once too, but that was in Coeur d'Alene. There was something else I did in Spokane too. What was that? Can't remember. Anyways, let's see. What was I talking about? I got distracted. I am excited for the thing this weekend, though. It should be fun, but conventions are really fun, and they're also, like, really tiring. Just because, it's, like, I think the Saturday is, like, a 10-hour day. Like, oh, your wife does art, so you've been doing art, and that's cool. Oops. Uh-oh. There's a second. My light over here, I think, got mad that I've been running it non-stop. Let me unplug it, plug it back in. That. Okay. Well, what kind of art does your wife do? Or does your wife also do resin stuff? It sounds like you do resin stuff, but I always like hearing about her, seeing the art that people are working on. That's part of the reason I enjoy streaming, is like, I started streaming in 2020. I started streaming on Twitch. But I started streaming in 2020 kind of as a stand-in for the studio art class I was taking that went online. I think I'd like to do a studio art class again at some point. There's something to be said about, like, being in the same room as people and, like, all working on stuff. It's kind of fun. But yeah, I was trying to kind of recreate that vibe a little bit with streaming. I figured that it was something where, you know, I could work on arts and crafts. Some people can work on arts and crafts at the same time, too. That does mean that I end up talking to myself sometimes, fairly often. Just because other people are, you know, have their hands busy and stuff. You know, that's one of the reasons I think that I don't watch a lot of live streams. Like, I like live streaming, but I don't watch a lot of them. I'll watch them, like, after the fact, but I don't watch a lot of them live. I think part of it is just that, like, I like being able to pause things or rewind things. If I'm like, what did they say? I did not catch that. Like, can't really do that with a live stream as much. And the other is that, like, if it's, like, a live stream, I feel like the purpose is sort of to interact with the person live streaming, and so I feel like I have to be, you know, in chat and engaged and stuff. She does pet portraits, fan art, and original. She does digital watercolor and gouache. Yeah, gouache. As a medium. Cool! I think it'd be fun to try out some, like... I want to try out gouache. I haven't tried it before. I do mostly acrylic. I've done a little bit of oils. Very different from acrylic, but mostly acrylic. I kind of want to try gouache. I mean, I want to do more acrylics too. I'm in the middle of a painting at the moment with acrylics. Just over here. It's a work in progress. I'll get back to that at some point. Painting's more my hobby than anything, though. That was something that I decided a long while back, was that I never want to do painting as my job. And the reason for that is not because I dislike painting. Hello, how's it going? Yeah, I never want to do painting as a job, not because I dislike painting, but I like it so much that I don't want to feel like I have to do it. I think my next painting after this one, so this one I am filming. This one I'm filming it. I have plans for it. It'll be a while till it's done. Sorry. I'm at the tail end of a cold, so I've got a little bit of a sore throat. This one I'm filming, I'm gonna put on YouTube. I think I'm gonna try, the next painting after this, I might not post anywhere. I think it's just gonna be for me. Well, it could be for, like, I don't know, local showing or something. I'll probably take photos and share it with people individually, but I think I might try and make something where it's just like, I'm not gonna share this around. I'm just gonna make it because I want to make it. This one, though, that I'm working on is gonna be, hopefully it turns out as well as I'm imagining it in my head, and if it does, I'll be sharing it everywhere. So this blue is pretty, but it's definitely rather subtle. Like, these are starting to dry. You can see it's rather subtle. It actually is less subtle on camera. It is more subtle in real life. It's kind of hard to see. I'm hoping maybe that the sparkles will make it a little bit easier to see, but we'll see. I do like this color, though. Where are they at? Lost track of where I'm at. Here we go. But yeah, I'm not gonna stream for super long just because I want to let my my voice rest. Got that sore throat. Oh, by the way, Josh, I would say to drop a link to, you know, if you guys, either of you guys have like an art Instagram or something, but unfortunately you can't put links in the in YouTube chat. It'll look like it sends and then it doesn't actually send. I wish I could figure out how to make it so people could send links. Like, I had it set up when I was on Twitch that people could send links. My rule was always, you know, tell me what you're sending before you send it. But with YouTube, I can't even set it up so that people can send links. I think it's set up so that like I can send links and like my mods can send links, but I cannot figure out how to set it up so that anybody can send links. I'm sure it's like an anti-spam measure or something. I'm sure it's got to be that, right? But I wish that they'd let me set it up how I want. All right, all the blues all inked. I wonder if any of these are. So there's all the. There we go. There's all those inked. And then I was thinking should I leave it flat? Should I leave it the flat dark blue, or should I add the blue sparkle on top? Should I add the blue sparkle on top? Let's try it on one of the ones here and see how it looks. We'll just try it on one of these. One of these isn't actually going to be shipped out anyways, so let me find one that isn't as good. I think there was one where the one was kind of shallow. Yeah, here's the one where the one's kind of shallow. We'll do it on this one, because this is the one that I'll probably keep. Kind of like with the flat blue. I'm kind of agreeing. But let me ink this and let this dry real quick, and we can see how it looks with the shimmery blue, and then we can decide. The only reason I like it with the flat blue too. The only reason that I'm really not sure on it is that it really is a lot more subtle in real life than it looks on camera. Like it might just be the angle I'm at with the light, but they're kind of hard to read. Like they don't look too bad on camera. You can see the blue, you can see the numbers on camera, but in real life they're pretty dark. But to be fair, I tend to switch back and forth on sets of dice between yeah, could depend on the light. Making dice that I think are like legible, and making dice like some dice I will ink so that they are legible, and some I will ink so that I think that they're pretty. Usually I'll try to go for both, but sometimes it's just like, I know this is gonna be hard to read, but I want them inked like this because I think it'll look really nice. And this might be one of those ones where I leave it, even though it is kind of hard to read. We'll give that a second. Well, here, while these dry, I am, how long should you wait for it to be cured, and how long should you leave it in the pressure pot? So it depends on the resin that you're using. It should say with your resin what the cure time is. Oops. It'll probably say both the, like, demolding time and the actual, like, cure time. If there's two different, time ranges, usually the demold time, or the whichever one's the shorter amount of time, that's when you can take them out of the pressure pot and take them out of the molds. And the longer amount of time is how long you want to wait before sanding them. But it depends on the resin that you're using. I have the resin that I usually use, I let cure for 24 hours before I Oops, did I hit my... Sorry, was there a weird humming noise? Okay. So the resin that I use, I usually will let my, it's a 24-hour... you might have to do some Googling. What kind of resin are you using? You might be able to look it up online. But yeah, the resin that I use is 24 hours, for demolding. This stupid microphone. Okay. That's looking correct. 48 hours. Well, I'd leave it. Depends. It really depends. I have resin that's an 8-hour demold time. Mine is it depends also on temperature and like humidity and stuff too. Yeah, I would look it up. I tend to leave mine for 24 hours or so. Another thing you can do, this is actually what I do. I let it cure for about 24 hours, but before I take things out of the pressure pot, I will go to my mixing cups and I will pull out the resin from the bottom of the mixing cup and see if it sticks to itself. Because you end up with like a really thin piece of resin from it. So one, if it's easy to get out of the mixing cup, and two, if I can fold it over and it will actually try to uncurl, or it doesn't really stick to itself, usually then at that point I can take them out of the molds. I can take them out of the pressure pot and take them out of the molds. But I would let them cure. I'd let them sit in the pressure pot while they cure. But yeah, it really depends on the resin you're using. Mine is 24 hours, and then I want to wait at least 48 before I start sanding. Possibly 72, actually, before I start sanding. I kind of like the sparkly blue. I don't know. Here, what do we... So we've got our flat blue. You can see we've got our flat blue versus sparkly blue. It's kind of hard to see. You can see there it's got a little bit of a glint to it, so yeah. I'm surprised that there's not any sort of brand on it. Are you I don't know if you have Discord, George, but sparkles for sure. I think it does make it easier to read. I think the sparkles does make it easier to read. I do like it with the flat blue, but I think I might have to go with the sparkles. All right, let's go for sparkles. But yeah, if you have a Discord, George, I have a Discord. You could post a picture of the bottle in there and see if anybody has any info or could get you more info. But yeah, without knowing the brand, I'm not gonna be able to look it up for you. Asking the store might be the way to go. I don't know if it's like their brand, they would probably know, but I don't know. Alright, you guys get me for a while longer. I've been convinced to do sparkles. Let's see. Since you've been doing outdoor markets, you've noticed the dice getting soft as they heat up. Didn't know about glass transition temp, you just looked it up. Glass transition temp? What is glass transition temp? When in doubt, always sparkle. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I've had my resin do similar things. That's part of the reason that I'm trying to avoid, like, doing summer markets. I feel like having them in the sun makes that worse, too. But I've definitely done, like, like summer markets where, you know, I have all of my single D20s in a bowl, and then it's like, oh, those are kind of sticking together a bit. That's not good. Is that my whole playlist? Oh, yeah, that'd be my whole playlist. Start over. I've been trying to find a good heat-resistant resin. Oh, okay. I just didn't know it was called that. If you find a good heat-resistant resin, let me know. That's part of the reason I don't make coasters, is because, well, I have coasters that I use. I have some, resin coasters that I made and that I used, a long while back. But I don't make resin coasters to sell, because I found that when I set my hot mug of tea on it, my mug sticks to the coaster. So I did get some, I got some resin at one point that I should use. The ones you've made seem to at least handle coffee well. What resin do you use, Cobra? What was I saying? Oh, I got some resin that's supposedly food safe and dishwasher safe, but oh, didn't realize it was exothermic, so when it heated up, you're scared. Oh no. Envirotex light. Oh, okay. I could probably do some research and see what the I guess it's called the glass transition temp. I didn't know it was called that, but that's the temperature I was trying to find on the last ones I was looking at, I guess. Yeah, that is actually part of the reason that when I'm pouring resin, I split my I mix up like one big, it's not this big, but I mix up one big thing of resin and then I split it up into my littler cups as soon as I have it all mixed up, is because if I leave it in the big container, it heats up and then it starts making it cure really quick. Yeah, your coasters would stick some if it was hot and cold. Yeah, see, that was kind of where I was at. It's just it just slightly sticks to them. Which honestly wouldn't be too big of a deal, but it does also slightly dent them if there's like an edge to the the mug or something, and they heat up. Because I'd like to make some coasters. I think coasters would be nice. I'd have some cute designs I could do for coasters, but not if they're not gonna work as coasters, yeah, I went and got some resin. I have two other kinds of resin besides the kind of resin that I normally use. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit because you can't see what I'm working on. I have my normal resin that I use, which is the yeah, that would cause panic. Yeah, yeah. Well, now you know, though. Yeah. That would be panic, yeah. At least you know now for next time. We'll do a stream at some point. Maybe I should do a stream at some point where we like try the other two resins that I have. I usually use Art and Glow resin. But I also have some Crit Cast, which is the one I have that is supposed to be like 8 hours demolding, I think. And is also supposed to be food safe and dishwasher safe. But I tried making a coaster out of that, I think, and it was actually like, did I try making a coaster out of that? It seemed like even more bendy and flexible, which seemed odd for something that's supposed to be like dishwasher safe, so I would expect it to heat up. I will say that's one of the the wisdom unlocked made me think that is kind of one of the fun things about resin, I suppose, is there's always something new to learn or try. Sometimes the things that you learn are like, oh no, things that you learn. But it's always fun to experiment and try something new with it. You're always learning something new. Alright, I think... Oh, no, you don't no, you just close the, you close the valve. You do leave it, under pressure for the full 24 hours, yes, but you don't need to, have the compressor attached. You just close the valve, and have the pressure pot itself keep the pressure. Unless you set yours up in a different way. Hopefully your pressure pot has a valve that you can shut off, you know, once you get up to the pressure that you want to. Some resins can take up to a month to fully cure to handle warm stuff. Oh, interesting. So maybe I should try, although I have, I use these coasters all the time, and my mugs still stick to them, so probably the Art and Glow is not the way to go for coasters. Oops. That blue was still a little bit, damp, and I can tell because I just picked some of it up. Ah. Yeah, it's all, I don't know, the resin stuff is fun, but it's definitely a learning curve. And there's a number of people that are, it seems like there's a fair number of people that are starting with the dice when it comes to making resin stuff. And I mean, that's fair, honestly. You know, you find like something that you want to make, and that's what drives you to want to mess around with resin. But also, I will say dice are not the easiest thing to make with resin. There are plenty of things that are much easier to make with resin as opposed to dice. Alright, let me film this. We'll film putting the glitter on this one. And then I might call it, just because my voice is starting to give out, but we'll at least get this one inked. I feel like this plays into the what I was saying earlier about how it's always better to like ask questions about things, and that's something I kind of like have had to learn, and I'm still not perfect at. Yeah, dice are a lot of fun, but they're a lot of work, and there's definitely more steps to making dice than there is to some other resin things you can do. I should make some more just like resin jewelry, honestly. That's what that's how things started. I wasn't really I didn't have like an online shop really. That's still a little bit wet. Is there one that's dry? This one's completely dry. Okay, let's do this one. It seems like we've got some new people here, so I can tell you my story of how I got into making dice. I used to make and sell soap at a local like holiday bazaar. True. Could be a seal. Could be a seal on there that's making it stick. That's a good point. I found book at a bookstore about making soap, and I was like, I want to do this. And so I got super into making soap. The problem with making cold process soap is that it's hard to make 1 bar of soap. When you're making cold process soap, you really make about 10 bars of soap at a time. So you end up with a lot of soap. So I just had a ton of soap because I was just like, I want to make soap, and I just made a bunch of soap. And then I'm like, what am I gonna do with 50 bars of soap? So I started selling it at like a local holiday bazaar. So I just make soap and then just go to the local bazaar once a year type thing and sell it there. It gave me a good excuse to make soap and a way to get rid of it. And then for that, I was like, I wanted some other things to like make and sell, so it wasn't just soap that I had. So I made a few candles and some other stuff like that. And then my dad got a little bottle of resin to try. And we went and tried it out, him and my brother and I. And I was like, oh, this is fun. And so I ended up taking that home because he decided he didn't really want to use it. And then I had terrible safety practices with it, but I went and made some resin jewelry and stuff. It was fine, but maybe a little bit amateur, I suppose. Like looking back on it now, it's like, oh, I could make those a lot nicer. But you learn as you make stuff. And I went and made some resin jewelry to go to this holiday bazaar as, something else to bring along with, to have along with the soap. And then I joined a D&D group. This was kind of like, it was just a little bit before the pandemic, honestly, that I joined this D&D group. It kind of disbanded a bit during the pandemic. It disbanded during the pandemic, let's be real here. Or kind of as that started up, the quarantine did, the group disbanded. But one of the guys in there was talking about trying to make D&D dice. And I was like, that sounds fun. Wait, I have resin at home. I could make D&D dice. So I went and got that cheap set of, like, wish molds that, were on, like, Amazon for super cheap. And tried those out. And then things kind of snowballed a little bit. And I went and got the pressure pot. This happened, by the way, during 2020. This was, like, this was one of my quarantine hobbies. Because things were a little bit weird. But I went and got the pressure pot, and definitely upgrade your PPE. Yeah, you want to make sure you have the ones rated for fumes. Like I said, I'm doing like a resin class thing this next weekend. For people that are just joining, I will not be streaming next weekend. I'm going to be at a convention, but I'm doing like a resin pouring thing. And one of my basically stipulations was we're doing it outside. We need to do it outside if we're gonna do it, because I don't want people to be in an enclosed space with fumes. That seemed like the safest way to have the large group do it. Well, hey, when I first started out, I didn't use a respirator or gloves. So, don't feel too bad about it. Don't feel too bad about it. I was using, like, no PPE when I first started using resin. I just didn't know. Didn't realize that you're supposed to. I also wasn't using it super often when I first started, though, too. I just kind of, like, dabbled in it and messed with it a little bit. Once I actually started working with it, like, to be fair, when I first started doing the, like, actually making dice to, like, sell and stuff, I was pouring resin, like, 3 times a week. That's everyone's experience with resin. It's just like, I didn't know I was supposed to protect my lungs from this stuff. Well, I feel like it's not well, like, said. Like, a lot of it says, you know, like, fume-free or, you know, scent-free or whatever. And so you're just like, oh, okay, so it must be fine for my lungs. And then, yeah. You need to get a new filter for your mask. Expired over the winter, though it seems the local Lowe's should have them. You need to go over there to get stuff for the garden. Oh, so might as well get it at the same time. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, that's been kind of my view on it. I still don't have the best. Cheapest fume mask you can get is $120. Really? You can get filters for your respirator that are rated for fumes. The like pink ones. The like charcoal filters that are rated for fumes. Are you US based or are you somewhere else, Hannah? If you're Canadian, okay. I don't know what things are like in Canada, but yeah, that seems, I guess Canada dollars are slightly different than US dollars. But come on, focus where I want you to. Usually you're good at focusing where I want you to. Okay. Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, but yeah, I still probably don't have the best practices in regards to fumes. I should figure out better ventilation. Yeah, that's USD. Yeah, exactly. That was what I was gonna say the same thing. I'm like, that seems expensive. Cause I have a 3M respirator with the fume cartridges, and it's like it's not too bad. Like it's definitely costs a bit, but not that much. I can try and get you a link, but it'd be US. I don't know if it would work for. I don't know what shipping to Canada would be like. But no, I started doing. So I graduated in May of 2020, which was right after the quarantine started. So things were a bit weird. I had quit my full-time job after like 6 years to finish my bachelor's degree. Because I was so close to being done. And then I graduated, like I said, May of 2020. So quarantine had just started, and it was a weird time. It was like the way I say it is, it felt irresponsible to not have a job, and it also felt irresponsible to go get a job, just because of when it was. Luckily I had some savings and stuff from, working full-time for 6 years. So I did a few different things. I took like a voice acting class online. I picked up the resin stuff. Did a few different things for fun. And just to kind of see what I wanted to do. I did not expect to sell resin dice. I was just going to make them. I almost didn't get masters made because I was like, I'm never gonna sell these. But I did finally get masters made and made some dice, and I already had the Etsy shop from the selling soap because I had a little Etsy shop. I think that's pretty normal. I think $30 is more normal for the cartridges, right? I could look. How much does it cost me? Ah, I didn't mean to click on that. No, I don't want Chrome. Go away, Chrome. I don't want you. I think I have a list. Ugh. Chrome, go away. No one likes you. Firefox all the way. How much are these ones? Oh, these are about 20. I'm just looking on Amazon. 25-ish, maybe. Oh, for the mask and cartridge. Oh, okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good then. Anyways, all this to say that selling dice was kind of an accident. I just put some up for sale in my Etsy shop that I never actually really sold anything through. I literally just had it there for local people who, if they wanted to get any more soap when I, wasn't at the bazaar just in the middle of December, they had a way to actually get more if they wanted to. It was named something completely different at the time. I rebranded actually in preparation for the dice, but did not expect to actually sell any. And things just kind of snowballed. It's definitely an idea that I've had. Hi, Luna. Luna. You're gonna have to pick a side, baby. You gonna go over there? This doesn't look like picking a side. This looks like you're walking back. I know, I've got stuff in your way over there. You need to go lay down over there, though. You're not... Yeah, you can sit there if you want. You can sit there if you want. But you're not walking... Nope, you're not walking back... Nope, you're not walking back and forth in front of me. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, no walking back and forth. Why is she just standing there like that? Luna, you can just sit there. Sit down there. Sit down here. Get your tail out of the way. Luna! Luna. Luna, go lay down in your box. Go lay down in your box. Oh. There you go, sweetheart. Yeah, there we go. That's a good spot. That's a good spot for the Luna. That's a good spot. Emote this. You kick me at like the football. So I have lots of video ideas, Cobra, and one of them is definitely making dice out of a bunch of materials that aren't resin, like soap. It's definitely oh, believe me, she does this when I'm not streaming too. Anytime I have anything that I'm working on here, she loves to walk back and forth in front of me. I swear she only does it when I'm working on things here too. She likes to lay in front of me, actually. So does Koshi. Both of them like to lay on the desk in front of me, whether I'm working on stuff or not. Literally earlier today, I was working on editing a video, and Koshi was just laying here, headbutting my hand, the hand that I was trying to use to control my mouse. That was Koshi. It's like, wow. I'm using this, thank you. I'm using this hand. And she was just headbutting it like, scritches, please. They do not care what I am working on. They would like attention, please. Thank you. She's being a good girl now. She's sitting over here. Yeah, that's a good girl. Yeah, sitting off to the side where you're supposed to. While I'm working on stuff here. Yeah, that's a good girl. That's a happy girl. Happy Koshi. Not a Koshi. Happy Luna. I was just talking about Koshi. I think probably they're all shedding too. It is getting warm out. It's actually quite hot out. It's like almost 90 degrees today. Actually, it's like mid-80s. So it's not quite 90 yet, but that's still quite warm out. I always joke that we get one week of spring here. It goes from being like snow, and then we have like a very nice week where everything's in like the 50s and the 60s, and then it's like 100 degrees. That's all Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is in Celsius, I'm afraid. I think 100 is around 40 or something. Alright, let's see. I think these ones are maybe almost dry. Let's see how these are looking. So I've got 5 more here that I need to do, but let's see. That one's yeah, I think the shimmer was right. The shimmer made it a lot easier to read. Let me see if I can show you. The dye itself almost looks less sparkly, I feel like, with the way that the camera is, but there's a lot of sparkle in the dye too. 38. Okay. 100 Fahrenheit is about 38 C. I guess maybe 110 is about 40. Which is usually about as hot as it gets here, 110 Fahrenheit. That's only usually for like a week though that it gets up to about 110. I've got 5 more here that I need to do, but I might call it there just to give my voice a rest since I'm still getting over this cold. So I might do these while not talking. So yeah, I think I'll probably call it there. Like I was saying, I'm not gonna be streaming next weekend because I'll be at a convention, but if you are in the Pasco area in Washington, I will be at Sage Fen Maker Fest. You can come say hi. 40 is 104. Oh, so it's actually higher than that. Okay. Yeah, it gets up to 104 here for sure. Yeah, so yeah, if you're in the area, come say hi. I'm doing a couple of classes and I'm vending. But I should be back the weekend after that. Not sure what yet, but maybe we'll pour some resin. I feel like it's been a little bit since we've poured resin, so that could be good. It's going to depend on what I need to get done, because I have another event coming up on the at the very end of May. So I won't be here next weekend, and then I will be here the weekend after that, and then I won't be here the weekend after that. So we'll see what I need to get done for the event I have coming up after the one this weekend. But I'll try and keep you guys updated on what I'm doing. I'm working on editing up the Materials 3 video. I should have that done soon, hopefully. That will get posted for channel members and patrons a week before it goes up on on my YouTube channel for everyone else. But keep an eye out for that. Yeah, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to reach out on the Discord or anything like that. But I'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Thanks for hanging out.